The latest court ruling in the ongoing situation between Melody and Martell is something that has sparked a lot of conversation. According to the outcome, Martell was not charged with domestic violence. Instead, the only charge that stuck was for harassing communications. He is no longer on probation, which some people may look at as a victory for him. For Martell, anything that makes him feel like he escaped bigger consequences is seen as a win. But when you take a step back and look at the entire picture, you realize that the real victory in this situation does not belong to him. The true victory belongs to Melody. When Martell's supporters call this ruling a win, some people even go as far as suggesting that maybe he knows someone in the court system. Others are upset that he did not receive harsher punishment. There are many opinions surrounding this ruling. Some believe he got off too easy, that the lack of a domestic violence charge sends the wrong message. Some think he should have faced jail time, or at the very least, bigger fines and penalties. But in reality, no matter what the courts decided, the person who came out with the real blessing is Melody. Because Melody walked away from this toxic situation with something that no judge can grant and no jury can take away: her peace, her dignity, and her happiness. Melody's victory is not measured in legal terms. Her victory is about what she gained the day she decided to walk away from Martell for good. She left behind the chaos, the disrespect, and the broken marriage, and instead she carried out with her self-worth and her self-respect. That decision gave her a new life. When people see Melody today, they see a woman who has transformed pain into power. She has poured her energy into her businesses, her children, her personal growth, and her happiness. It's very telling when you see her smile now. It's not a fake smile or a smile just for cameras. It's a genuine smile that comes from freedom, healing, and strength. People who have been in similar situations understand exactly what that smile represents. It represents survival, courage, and resilience. Martell can continue to do whatever he wants, but at the end of the day, he cannot take away the most valuable things that Melody has gained. He cannot touch her peace, her dignity, or her success. That's why, when you really look at the latest court ruling, you realize that Melody is the one who has truly won. Because even though the court said Martell would not be charged with domestic violence, that does not erase the history. That does not change the fact that Melody walked away from an abusive and toxic marriage with her head held high. It does not change the fact that she built a new life that inspires so many women who are watching her story. When Melody left, she did not get to take much. It was revealed that Martell would not even allow her to take belongings. He wanted to strip her of everything. But she left with something that was far more valuable than material things. She left with her dignity. She left with her identity intact. She left with her faith and her self-worth. These are the things that money cannot buy. These are the things that no court can give back once you lose them. Melody walked away with all of that, and that is why she is winning now. Martell might believe that escaping probation or avoiding a domestic violence charge means he has won. But look at his life compared to Melody's. He is still caught up in court cases, public backlash, and negative press. He is still viewed by many as toxic, manipulative, and untrustworthy. Meanwhile, Melody is flourishing. Her businesses are thriving. She is securing opportunities outside of the show. She is inspiring other women who have gone through similar struggles. She is happy and glowing in a way that only comes from true healing. This is why people say Melody actually won. The ruling itself does not take away her power. It does not erase her growth. In fact, it highlights the contrast between the two of them. One person is clinging to small technical victories in court, while the other has moved on to bigger victories in life. Melody's story reminds us that real winning is not about legal battles or financial arguments. Real winning is about peace of mind, inner strength, and freedom. For those who feel Martell got off too easy, I understand the frustration. It does feel unfair when someone who has done so much harm appears to face little consequence. But Melody's journey shows that sometimes the best justice is not what happens in the courtroom, but what happens in life. She is the one who came out stronger. She is the one who walked away from a situation that could have destroyed her and instead turned it into a testimony of strength. When you think about women who have been in abusive relationships, not all of them get to walk away alive. Some lose their lives, some lose their mental health, and some lose everything they own. But Melody was able to walk away with her life, her sanity, and her determination to rebuild. That is what makes her story powerful. That is why she is a survivor and not just a victim. The reality is that this court ruling may not change how people view Martell. Those who support him will continue to support him. Those who see his actions for what they are will continue to call him out. But for Melody, none of that matters anymore. She has separated herself from his chaos. She is no longer tied to his drama in the same way she once was. That separation itself is victory. Looking at Melody now, you see a woman who is glowing with self-love and self-respect. Her businesses are expanding, her children are thriving, and she continues to show that she will not be broken by her past. That is the true definition of winning. When people say Melody actually won, they are not just talking about the court ruling. They are talking about her entire journey of survival, growth, and success, and let's not forget the spiritual side of this. Many believe that Melody's victory is not just personal, but also spiritual. When she walked away, she put her trust in God. She listened to the voice that told her it was time to go. Even though she did not have much, she trusted that she would be taken care of. And look at her now. She is prospering in every area of her life. That is the kind of peace that surpasses all understanding. That is the kind of victory that no one can take away. Martell can try to attack her, spread rumors, or paint her in a negative light. But at the end of the day, he cannot touch what truly matters. He cannot take her dignity. He cannot take her growth. He cannot take her joy. That is why she continues to win, even when he thinks he is winning. This latest ruling is just another reminder of the difference between the two of them. Martell is fighting battles in court, while Melody is living her life with grace and success. One person is stuck in cycles of negativity, while the other has broken free. That is why so many women watching her story can relate. They know what it means to walk away from something destructive. They know how hard it is to rebuild from nothing. And they know the power of seeing someone like Melody succeed after all she has been through. For women who did not get through it, who lost themselves or their lives in similar situations, Melody's story becomes a source of hope. She represents what is possible when you choose yourself and when you choose peace. That is why this story resonates so deeply. It is not just about reality television. It is about real life, real struggles, and real survival. So, when we say Melody actually won, we are saying that her victory goes far beyond the courtroom. It is about her life now.